Okay, Sean Unwin here with another Shop Task podcast. I'm here with Alex Cochennec.
What's up, guys?
And Leon Basin.
Hello, guys.
And this is me filming Alex. So, got some good footage cruising along the pathways along the river you see there in Calgary. And then a little later on, you'll see us at the skate park out in Cochrane. So, really nice stride. Smooth, a little bit on the outside edge. So a couple things you'll see it come up in the podcast from like a technical skating perspective. You see lots of this counter rotation, meaning he's edging as if he'd be turning one direction, but his body is rotated against the turn. And it's a really like stable position for landing on your edges and a few different other things. You'll see, some really nice grinding at the skate park, really nice ready position. But the biggest thing I think that comes up over and over again is the really nice knee bend that you'll notice in Alex's skating. So he uses the knee bend a lot, of course, when he's jumping and landing, but a lot while he's just striding, and you can really see how it transfers into power. And I think we got a good shot of this coming up.
Keep my speed up and be stable as much as possible. Definitely bend my knees a lot.
Right, it's so important. It's the one thing that everybody can do more of, honestly, is bending their knees. Like, there's no skater out there that bends their knees.
I feel like it really helps with your balance. Like, if you're a beginner, you can notice if someone filmed yourself when you're skating for the first few times, you're gonna notice being really stiff, being really straight on your legs. And as you skate more, you will notice like you're gonna start bending your legs more because this is where all the power is, right? And also, this is how you balance yourself.
Awesome. So back on the pathway here, heading towards the East Village, and get into like a little bit of a slower stride here. But the interesting point is the toe flick that we'll see that in a little bit. Cruising backwards, right? Looking over your left shoulder, left foot is leading, and you're sweeping hard, like transferring to that outside to inside edge as you push across your body with your right foot.
And again, getting really low.
Yeah.
Very aerodynamic.
Have to.
Yeah. And here I think where we get into that little slower stride.
Getting tired.
But the rotation of the ankle is really interesting to me. Like you see the toe flick. Like really well I think coming up here. And that's something you said you noticed too is pushing off the toe.
Absolutely. Like the one wheel that will get the most used on my skate is the front wheel of my right skate. So because I broke my left ankle, I have a lot more power in my right foot. And when I push off, like especially going backwards, just like we saw like a couple seconds ago, I use my right foot a lot, and it's my main like push, keep the speed foot, right? So when I push off my toes with my right foot, I have so much, like not so much power, but like I have the most power there. So that front wheel definitely gets the most use.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Like you'll learn a lot about your body and your skating when you look at your wheels and how they're wearing.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Well, very true, very true.
What wheel wears down the fastest on your skates, Leon?
It's, I think for everyone, it's the front wheel on their
right foot.
Stronger foot.
Yeah, same with me. I'm the same as everyone here. Right
and
foot.
I think like pushing off your toe really, really helps like going faster, right? Like when you're trying to get that faster speed and you're really getting into it, like right there, for example, like really pushing off that toe will give you that last little push, like you really get the last bit of power you got in your legs.
Yeah, and exactly, I think you're pushing right through your foot. Get that kind of toe flick action, like you're using that muscle, you're not just pushing through your leg, like driving through your heel.
Definitely.
Speed skaters would probably have a different opinion about this, but
probably
it'd be fun to ask them.
The double push would be a different game.
An interesting thing, do you find that as your wheels wear out, how do you feel about it?
I love brand new wheels. It's the best thing ever. Brand new wheels, brand new bearings is Christmas. Like it's just amazing. Now when it wears down and the bearing wears down as well, I can just feel it and I can feel myself going slower, and it's kind of a bummer. I'm not gonna lie. So like I try to switch my wheels as much as possible, but you can only switch them so many times, right? Like when all of your wheels
rotating them.
Yeah, like rotating your wheels. When all of your wheels have been to the front, to that spot when you use them the most, like it's kind of time to get some new ones.
How long do your wheels usually last?
Well, in the summer, if I really power blade a lot, I'll go probably 3 to 5 times a week. If I do that and I'm consistent with that, I would say like 2 months. But that would be going a lot. Like I would be powerblading quite a bit.
Right
So
on.
like as an average, we'll go like 3 to 4 months, and then I gotta switch for sure.
And here you're using a different skate.
So yeah, here we're in a skate park, aggressive skate. We're doing a lot of grinding, so we only have 4 wheels.
Interesting. And the previous setup you were using, that was how big the wheels were on that?
So previously, when we were on the bike path, it was 84 millimeters, and it was 4 wheels on each skate.
Yeah.
So a lot faster, right?
Yeah. And here you're only on 2 wheels on each skate.
Exactly. So 2 wheels. Here I have 60 millimeters.
60 millimeters.
Yeah, 2 wheels on each skate, and then anti-rocker in the middle, which is plastic, little plastic wheels that grinds when I do those grinds that we just saw right there.
Yeah, so they don't roll; they're smaller, but
Exactly.
gives you that better grinding capability.
Exactly.
And an anti-rocker wheel, I guess, in some cases can help you go over edges, like downstairs.
Yeah.
That wheel can kind of roll, catch in those positions, like instead of having a big wide open grind block.
Yeah, a lot of people like the block. I really like the old school anti-rocker because it does roll over things.
And when you say block, you mean just a little block instead of the round wheel?
Instead of the little wheel, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, very nice.
So nice. Yeah, so the things to watch, things that I'm noticing for sure as we're watching you here at the skate park again is that like deep knee bend, the compression, always looking where you're going, looking over both shoulders there too nicely actually, like looking over your left shoulder as you entered the grind, over the right shoulder as you exit. Very nice.
That also helps you keep kind of your energy moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. Like power blading, it really bending on your knees really helps you to be stable and keeps your speed, right?
Yeah.
So it kind of works like for anything that's related to rollerblading. If you're low on your knees, you'll be more powerful and you'll be a lot more stable.
Mm-hmm.
And the 360 we saw a second ago, like really smooth, nice landing. And we talked about this earlier. I mentioned that the key to a good 360 is like you got to slow it down, but you had a better way of putting it.
Yeah, like kind of. I mean, it's not the best, but kind of trying to do a 180 and then do like the last 180, because it'd be 2 180 together, right? Just the last little switch there as slow as possible.
Yeah, so like stalling it out in a way.
Yeah.
But I just find that as people are learning 360s, the tendency is to like spin as fast as they can, and it. When you're doing a 360, honestly, at least give it a try. Is to try and slow down the rotation a little bit.
And you always got to think there's a shoulder hip kind of ratio there, right? So like if you keep your hip with your shoulders, you're going to be very stiff. If you break that cycle, you can kind of spin your hip and then spin your shoulders, which will kind of like break the rotation.
Right, so you can lead with your upper body and then like your lower body kind of follow behind.
Definitely.
It does create a really nice effect.
It does.
Yeah, very good compression.
Yeah, it's so true. The landings, right? The landings are just amazing.
So how long have you been skating?
So I started when I was 15. I am now 30 years old, so 15 years.
Oh, beautiful.
So nice.
Good style.
Really good.
I've noticed you're wearing a kind of a different outfit, longer pants versus the shorts that you were wearing on the bigger wheels.
So I mean, when I powerblade, I fall a lot less, so my legs aren't as exposed to like getting hurt when I powerblade. So I would definitely go with shorts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like right there, like I fell. If I would have been wearing shorts there, it could have hurt pretty bad.
So it's protection.
Yeah, pants are definitely like protection first, and then like there's those tees, right? Like I wear bigger clothes, but I mean if you go with different kind of pants, it works as well. As long as you cover your legs, I think that's my main concern.
And do you find any difference in mobility with like long pants, short pants?
I definitely had pants before that were like hard to skate with, so it was kind of like a selection process. There's pants that didn't make it because like there's jeans that just don't bend or don't stretch the way that you need them to. So the one that I have right there are pretty good. They stretch really, really well. Yeah. So those I like a lot because of course I can just do whatever I want with them.
Yeah. So it doesn't limit you.
No, that's a big one actually. Like like I said, I had pants before that were really like. When your clothes are limiting your skating, that's when you want to start changing stuff. Like, it's not good.
And I guess that's why aggressive skaters develop this baggier clothes, or even when it went to the tighter jeans, it was always stretchy. mobility.
Yeah, the stretchy jeans have been definitely a game changer, I guess, for us.
Yeah.
Being able to just do whatever you want and not have your jeans just blocking you.
Yeah. So there's like, it's kind of a unique falling technique that kind of goes along with the idea of like sliding out and using your pants for protection.
Yeah.
And you notice that a lot of aggressive skaters will, in a way, kind of sit down on their boots, almost like a baseball slide.
Yeah.
So you're using your skates first, and then like sliding out kind of gently onto your pants.
We usually all like distort our pants at the same spot, right? Like the back pocket is always going to go after a while.
Yeah.
Your knees are always going to get a hole in. Like, it's just, it's a good protection.
Speaking of protection, I noticed you're not wearing any pads.
So, like pads, we were talking about being limited earlier. Like pads for me are really, like they're part of that limitation. Like I don't wear pads because they're really like they kind of mess with me mentally, and they really like block you into your moves and stuff. That's just the way I feel.
Yeah, there is a unique mental aspect to wearing pads.
Yeah, you just add wearing stuff, like you're just wearing more stuff, and then it becomes a little much.
Well, sometimes you feel like maybe you'll try things you shouldn't because you're like, oh, I'm protected by the pads as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that pads is a bad thing at all. Like I know people wear it every day. Like Karma, our friend, loves to wear pads, and he likes it. Like he legit can't skate with them, right? It's just something that he needs in his mind to have on to be able to fully skate. So
Pads.
pads.
Okay, we're out, boys.